Hello and welcome to another stream. So last time, which was a couple days ago, I did an impromptu stream where I started Sonic Adventure because it's been a while since I played it, so I decided, hey, I should play this game again and make it a stream because that'd be fun. We got through all of Sonic's story, which still means we have 5 stories to go. My original plan was to try to get through Tails, Knuckles, and Amy's stories in this stream, but I actually looked up long plays and my own Let's Play from a few years ago. I don't think this is actually realistic. We'll probably only get through Tails and Knuckles stories, and then we'll have to go through some more of the stories some other time. So let's get started.
Everything's working great! All systems go, full speed ahead! Uh-oh! What's this? No! Ah! I'm out of control! Mayday! Mayday! Going down! Ah! Look out below!
Boy, you're lucky I saw you come down. So what went wrong anyway? It's not like you to crash like that.
Yeah, it's just that I'm testing a new prototype power supply, and it's not fully compatible yet.
You can always borrow my plane, the Tornado, if you want.
Thanks, Sonic. But if I can make this work, it'll run circles around yours. Check out this power supply!
It's a Chaos Emerald! No way!
I was lucky to find one of the 7 Chaos Emeralds. They have unlimited mystic powers. Now I want to harness that power to fly my plane. Let's go to my workshop in the Mystic Ruins, and I'll show you what I've been working on. We'll go to the station, hop on a train, and get there in no time.
One thing I used to find really weird about this game that I've actually warmed up to over time is that each character's story actually has different dialogue for the most part. There's like one scene where the dialogue is actually verbatim between 2 stories, but for the most part, the dialogue is actually unique. It's the same basic structure, like the same basic conversation, but it's worded differently, like inflections are different, and the actual dialogue is different, and that's kind of an interesting detail that's definitely more noticeable in some stories than others. Anyway, Tails' first upgrade is over here.
Look, it's your jet anklet. Its jet power makes you fly faster.
So now that we have that, we can go to the Mystic Ruins and basically break the game's difficulty in half, because Tails has some very interesting tricks that makes his story a little bit easier than Sonic's in some ways. We can also get this emblem that I wasn't able to get last time because I tried to spin dash up there. It didn't exactly work out. Anyway, let's catch a train. And like in Sonic's story, we have to head over to Tails' workshop, which is right over here.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Sonic and Tails.
It's Eggman!
Silence! I am Dr. Robotnik, the most cunning scientific genius in the world!
Yeah, right, Dr. Eggman.
Enough! I've been working on a master plan, but now it's time to put it to work!
That usually means trouble coming from you.
Don't even try to interfere this time. Give me that Chaos Emerald, or else...
Or else what, huh?
Or else I'll take it from you the hard way.
So this time we actually have to fight the Egg Hornet. Previously we were able to just do an exploit to basically homing attack constantly and deal damage, but Tails doesn't have a homing attack, he can fly, which means we actually have to actually play the boss fight this time. I do like, specifically for Eggman, how the voice lines are different, because for example with Sonic, Eggman is kind of goofy and kind of bombastic, but with Tails, Eggman sounds a lot scarier actually, which kind of reflects how each character perceives a conversation. So yeah, while it is weird that the same conversation was voiced multiple times, it is cool to have basically the interpretation of the conversation in the deliveries of each scene per each storyline.
Power! Ah!
Yeah! That was just too easy.
Gotcha!
Hey, he snagged it.
Chaos could use a little snack.
Who's Chaos?
That's the monster I saw the other day.
Monster?
Yes, 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 it's really happening. Just as the stone tablet said it would. Hear this, Sonic. Chaos' strength increases every time I give him a Chaos Emerald. All he needs is 7 emeralds to become invincible. Then he will turn Station Square into rubble, upon which I will build the ultimate city, Robotnik Land. You ready, Chaos? Let's go find the next one. Come on.
Thank goodness they're gone. Good riddance.
We can't let that monster get any bigger. It could get ugly.
You're right. Chaos must be stopped. And he can be if we keep him away from more emeralds, right? So what do you say, Sonic? Let's find the Chaos Emeralds before Eggman does.
I actually forgot how much Eggman really chews the scenery in Tails' story in particular. Again, the voice acting for Eggman in particular is usually pretty good in Sonic games, but specifically for Tails' storyline, it's a very different portrayal of the character that's a lot more menacing, that's actually kind of like something I miss out of the character, because typically the character is actually more like comical in more modern adaptations, and even in later Sonic games with this particular voice actor, Eggman isn't as serious of a character, but that does create a very unique vibe for the story. Anyway, we have to play through Windy Valley, but as Tails. All of Tails' levels are basically truncated versions of Sonic's stages, but designed as races with Sonic. So we have to basically arrive to the goal first. In this case, it's the same place where the stage ended normally, but because we're Tails and because we got the Jet Anklet in Station Square, we can really snap the difficulty in half. We can already take a few of the shortcuts we took with Sonic, but things can get really broken if you're willing to take a few risks. In other words, like, just ignore land entirely for the most part. So if you hold B, you can actually descend slightly faster while flying. Tails will automatically fall if you don't press A, and then you can ascend for a bit with A, but eventually Tails will tire out. But yeah, you can basically get through these stages very quickly.
That wasn't too bad.
The train headed for station.
So yeah, the basic level structure for Tails is the same as Sonic's for the most part. There are noticeable exceptions, obviously, but especially at the beginning, you go through a lot of the same stages, but like variants of them. One interesting thing to think about is in Sonic's storyline, he arrives, I think, at sunset, and then gets the light dash. Tails arrives at night, so does that imply that they took separate trains to get to Casinopolis? Just a random thing I just realized. There's also a field emblem up here. There's also another one in Station Square. I actually think I'll get that now if I can. I actually don't know if they'll let me out of here, but I'll see if I can get it. I am actually planning to get all the field emblems. It won't take that long. The biggest thing is on the egg carrier later on, there are some field emblems that you can only get with Tails, or with Sonic when the egg carrier is in a particular formation, meaning we'll have to go back for those at a later time. So we also have this little tail swipe by pressing B, or in the Xbox version, the X button also works for that. And yeah, there's another field emblem hidden in a blade of grass somehow. And then there's also one in this burger shop. So that should be all the ones in Station Square, if I'm remembering right. And with that, we can actually head over to Casinopolis. It looks like Casinopolis. But yeah, in Sonic Heroes, Amy specifically calls it Casinopolis. So I'm going to go with that pronunciation, even though it feels like there should be another O for it to actually be Casinopolis. This area was also designed quite a bit, redesigned quite a bit for the English localization. There was definitely some imagery that would not necessarily get be allowed in like an E-rated game internationally. But with that being said, let's head into Casinopolis.
Come on, Tails!
And for Tails' version, we don't have to worry about the actual casino part at all. We only have to worry about the sewer section. I want to see if this still works, because I found this path in Sonic's playthrough. It looks like they got rid of it, which makes sense, because if you can just skip all the way to the end of the stage, that would kind of remove any semblance of difficulty from this. So yeah, there's basically a pathway that takes you straight to the exit and I was wondering if it would be here on Tails' route, because that would make the stage, like, exceedingly trivial, like, finish in maybe 30 seconds or so. Again, these stages are pretty trivial as is, so, you don't need to be made even more trivial. Though, to be fair, this one's actually a lot more straightforward, partly because there's not a lot of major flying sections, so you really don't save a ton of time over Sonic's route.
Yeah! That wasn't too bad. What's that? The Chaos Emerald!
Get away from there!
Ah!
Nighty-night!
Eggman! Sonic, what happened to the Chaos Emerald?
Eggman got one of them, but the other one's safe. He must be getting desperate.
Now the Emerald count is 2-1 and Eggman's winning. Let's get a move on!
So, like with Sonic's playthrough, we have a cameo by Cream the Rabbit, and we have the Ice Stone in this alley. So now we need to go back over to the Mystic Ruins. The hub worlds are actually fairly small, which makes them not too difficult to traverse, but there really is a lot of back and forth in this game. And like with Sonic, do not lose this, otherwise you have to go all the way over to Station Square and pick it up again. So yeah, let's take this over to Ice Cap Zone, which is honestly probably my least favorite Tails level, just because of how it's structured. It's like the least, like, freely explorable level with Tails. Like, Windy Valley is great, and Tails has 2 more levels that are actually really fun. But Casinopolis and Ice Cap are definitely kind of the low points because of how they're structured.
Come on, Tails!
The Ice Cap race is just the snowboarding section, which again is why I feel like the stage is probably the least interesting Tails stage, because it's just Sonic's snowboarding stage. There's nothing special about it beyond the race part of it. Also, I think Tails' emblems are actually comparable to Sonic's in some ways. I think there is a 50 ring one for the B rank, but the A rank is different. Basically, you just have to race a faster Sonic. Sonic can actually rubber band, and it gets worse in the A rank mission. This is probably one of the tougher A ranks because there's fewer areas that you can basically cheese the level design and skip a large portion of everything. So yeah, this is one of the few Tails levels that you actually kind of have to play legit no matter what, which makes it a lot tougher and also a lot less interesting. In general, though, I do like Tails' story a lot. There are some unique stage aspects that are actually really fun to go through later on. And Windy Valley is fun, just to be able to fly all the way through it and just skip most of the level. Yeah, even on the regular difficulty, we're kind of struggling against Sonic because there's just no way to gain ground in a lot of ways, unless the AI gets stuck on something, which frankly does happen. But yeah, you'll notice on the bottom bar that the Sonic icon will randomly shoot forwards, and that's just the AI rubber banding. But yeah, overall I do like Tails' story. It does feel very redundant to Sonic's story, unfortunately, but it kind of makes sense thematically to the character's arc. There we go. I wonder if we would have gotten the... Yeah, that was not nearly far enough to get the one mission for the DX version, but the Chaos Emerald should be right over here.
That wasn't too bad.
And like with Sonic, now we have to head over to the lake in the Mystic Ruins to pay a visit to Knuckles the Echidna. This will be a very interesting fight actually with Tails, because Tails doesn't have a homing attack. So let's see how this goes.
Soon.
Hey, Knuckles! What's up? What are you doing, Knuckles?
Don't mess with me now. Just hand over the emeralds you have. Quick!
No way, Knuckles!
So yeah, no homing attack, meaning we actually kind of have to fight Knuckles this time and not be able to just break the difficulty like with Sonic. Knuckles actually will stop punching in the second phase and will occasionally roll, which is a little bit different. And I think he starts gliding in the third phase. Again, you don't really see this with Sonic because the fight's so short with Sonic, but with Tails it actually goes on a little bit longer.
Oh no!
Whoa! Oh no, the emeralds!
And they're all mine.
Eggman's back! He's got the emeralds!
You two are bumbling idiots. You know that.
Hey, those are... the Chaos Emeralds.
You are so easily tricked. All I did was wait for you to bring it to me.
What the heck is he talking about anyway?
Don't you realize when you've been tricked?
Tricked? No one makes a fool out of me.
Way to go, knucklehead!
4! Count 'em! 4 emeralds. I summon chaos! Come forth! Here, eat up.
Oh no! It's changing again! We gotta stop this fast!
And it's time for Chaos 4 Round 2. Like I mentioned in Sonic's playthrough, this fight is kind of tedious. Tails actually has a slightly easier version. Now Chaos 4 only takes 4 hits instead of 5, so it goes a little bit faster, but it's still not super interesting. Also, based on the pattern of stages, that also means we have one other do-over stage immediately after this. So for Tails' story, this is definitely the low point, partly just because you're going through a lot of sequences that are very identical to Sonic's story with very few changes other than the playable character, which isn't super exciting, and frankly Chaos 4 is just not exciting to begin with, and having to do this fight multiple times isn't ideal. Also, sometimes the hitboxes just decide they don't want to work, so that's fun. Alright, let's see if Chaos decides to cooperate or if he'll just sit there for a very long time and do nothing. I have a feeling speedrunners hate this part, just because it's very, volatile in terms of, like, how much time you'll save or lose. At least, like, Sky Chase is consistent, unlike this, which can take a lot of time or not much time at all. Chaos is definitely deciding to be kind of, annoying this time.
Behold my floating masterpiece, the Egg Carrier! But it pales in comparison to the power of Chaos. Adieu, until we meet again, my friends!
Hey, we can't let him get away! Let's get to my workshop and we'll take the tornado!
Yeah!
You guys go. I have some unfinished business to take care of.
No problem, Knuckles. We'll take care of everything here.
Come on! Let's get going!
To my knowledge, this cutscene is actually very unique. Again, as far as I remember at least, this is the only cutscene that doesn't change between stories. Like, the dialogue is basically said exactly the same, and that doesn't happen much in this game. But like, you can really hear the contrast with Eggman in particular, how much more mustache twirling he is in Sonic's line reads, and how that kind of carries over in that cutscene compared to the rest of Tails' story, where he sounds way more scary. Yeah, it is interesting that that's kind of like the only cutscene that isn't changed.
Sonic, wait here for a second. Sonic, hop in! Let's go!
So yeah, we have to do Sky Chase again. I'm pretty sure... I'm trying to remember how the emblem setup works, like if you can basically get both emblems in the story. Like for example, since you have to play the stage twice anyway, like if you could get the second emblem here, or if you have to do that in the trial mode, I actually don't remember. Also, if you hold and release the button after locking on, you can actually fire another homing shot like this. It doesn't really do anything, but it's kind of neat that you can do that. I feel like the phrase homing shot has a certain level of like, what's the word? Like, it's very much ingrained in Sonic fans' memories from generations, where the phrase, "that looks like a homing shot," is basically said every time there's a homing shot. So yeah, not the best audio design in that fight. Yeah, this is basically a slow auto-scroller. Again, you can actually just park in the corner. I don't remember which corner it is, actually. But you can just park in the corner and do nothing and live. And that's... I'm pretty sure I've seen speedruns do that, just because they don't really want to play the game. Because if you're doing an any % run, score doesn't matter. So you might as well just go up and, like, get a drink or something during this very long auto-scroller. In the meantime, hi, I hope you are enjoying the stream so far. And if you're watching this on the YouTube post upload, I hope you're enjoying that as well. Again, I really want to commit to doing more streaming stuff in 2022. And then again, archive everything on YouTube in order to have everything more easily accessible, and also to kind of branch out more. So yeah, actually, we should almost be to the end of the stage. I think we barely missed the score, because it's like 8,000 or so. We might be able to get it barely, but I'm not exactly holding out hope with the amount of enemies left. So yeah, we probably missed out on the second emblem, but again, I'm not even sure if you can get it in the story mode or not.
We did it!
Way to go, Tails!
We're hit! Yeah! Wow, that dream brought back memories. I owe so much to Sonic. Sonic! Wonder where he went. Sure hope he's all right. The tornado's not powerful enough. If I'm gonna get that egg carrier, I need to finish my prototype. It needs a Chaos Emerald to work. Looks like I'd better find one fast.
So, where do we get a Chaos Emerald? The answer is the jungle. So to get to the jungle, normally, in Sonic's story, you actually don't go this route, since you just fall from the egg carrier, but usually you have to get on board this minecart. So yeah, this is the same jungle from Sonic's story. There's the ruins over there. Again, Eggman's base is not there, even though it should be here in other timelines. So, we roughly need to drop over somewhere like basically straight ahead from where I'm looking, but I'm actually not sure the exact location. There's actually a map in the DX version, which is somewhat helpful. I think it's that like pathway right in front of us, going off to the left. So we'll try there first of all. I think that's right.
Wow! There's a Chaos Emerald! Hey! Wait up! Stop!
And it was stolen by a frog. So, to chase after Froggy, we have to go over here, step on this little echidna switch. I actually never realized these switches in like a lot of the ruins are supposed to be echidnas. I feel like it's partly because I played the GameCube version growing up. and with like small CRT screen sizes and fidelity, I kind of feel like I missed a lot of the finer details in some of these games. But yeah, very clearly it's supposed to be an echidna now, but yeah, I don't think I ever realized that before. So Tails actually has a unique minigame, Sand Hill. Sonic can actually do this minigame in the trial mode, but normally it doesn't go here in his story. So yeah, this is kind of when the stories start to branch off a little bit. Trying to get the A rank in this is very annoying because you basically have to keep a combo going by passing through each of the gates. If you miss one, you basically have to restart the level. The music is honestly pretty solid, and I'm pretty sure it got a remix in Team Sonic Racing that's actually really good. I'm trying to remember if that was one of the songs T. Lopes did, who also did the Sonic Mania soundtrack. I actually don't remember if that was one of his remixes or not. Anyway, Team Sonic Racing, I haven't played it. I've heard very mixed things about the game itself, but at least the remixed music is superb for the most part. Also, that's the end of the stage.
Oops. Uh-oh. I thought I was in the desert. I wonder where I am.
I'm not sure if this is a problem in the HD version or from DX, but there are definitely some audio issues. Like both songs, the cutscene music and the actual level music were playing at the same time. Again, the DX version, while it's kind of nice to have higher fidelity graphics for things, definitely has some problems in some areas. And again, I don't know if that's a GameCube problem or an HD problem or both. Tails is also unique for being the only character who actually has a power-up in one of these vision sequences.
You found the Rhythm Badge. To do continuous tail attacks, hold the action button down.
This is another power-up that's actually not very helpful. It's useful for like 2 encounters, and that's about it. But you actually need it to continue the story. The next objective point won't actually activate unless we get that.
The servers are the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Hello there, friend. How are you?
What were you saying before?
Huh. It's something my grandmother taught me. I'm never to forget it. It goes like this. The servers are the 7 Chaos. Chaos is power, power enriched by the heart. The controller is the one that unifies the chaos. But I'm still not sure what it all means. But the number 7 is the same as the number of emeralds there are.
Emeralds?
Forgive me, but I don't think we've ever met before. I'm Tikal. And you are?
Whoa! Where's the moon?
Weird. Now where was I? Oh yeah, the Chaos Emerald. Perfect! This will get my Tornado 2 up and raring to go.
I have a few things to say about this. First of all, I like how obviously the Chaos Emerald just kind of pops into existence next to Tails when he's about to hold it up. And yeah, I don't know why the Rhythm Badge actually carries over from a vision into reality, but oh well, it works, we have this ability now. Also, if you actually play stories out of order, for example, if you unlock Tails and immediately jump into Tails' story, which I have done before, you can actually unlock all the characters whenever you first encounter them as well, like Knuckles after the fight, Big the Cat right there, and so on. So yeah, you can basically unlock all the characters except Tails in other storylines, which is kind of cool actually, that you have some sense of freedom of which routes you want to play first, but you do have to unlock everyone before you can swap over.
The time has come at last. This new plane should work a lot better. I've ironed out most of the problems. So, here it goes. Emerald, do your stuff. Ready, Sonic? Here I come. Tornado 2, clear for takeoff. Away we go. There you are, dead ahead, the egg carrier. There's Sonic! Sonic!
All right, Tails. Way to go. This plane's cool. Now what do you say we nail those guys?
You got it! Hang on!
I do like how Tails sounds a lot more enthusiastic to see Sonic in this route, rather than Sonic's route where he's just like, hey Sonic, like nothing had ever happened, not that they had just gotten shot down out of the sky by a floating fortress or anything the last time they saw each other. But the problem is in this cutscene, Sonic is also fairly like, chill, like, hey Tails, cool plane, is basically the extent of that conversation. I also don't like how a lot of times there are subtle inconsistencies that they didn't account for. For example, the capsule that all the Eggman animals are stored in, it's not broken in that scene for Tails, which just is kind of weird. It's like, I guess Sonic didn't actually finish Red Mountain in Tails' storyline. He just stood by the goal or something. Also, I like how in the dream sequence of how Sonic and Tails met, they didn't change the models for the actual base models, so they have all of their upgrades, meaning, yeah, like Tails has the jet anklet, Sonic has the crystal ring and light speed shoes and all that. Yeah, just one of those little things that they didn't really account for when, you know, doing flashback scenes.
Haha! So far, so good!
Hope you know what you're doing.
You bet! Watch this! Transforming now!
Whoa!
Let's do it!
I've also always liked how there is a dedicated pick up Sonic and put him back on plane arm. That just feels like a very specific feature that Tails put in for some reason, which definitely comes in handy in this very specific situation. I feel like in later games like Unleashed, it's actually not clear which tornado it actually is, because it's like a red plane, which looks more like the Tornado 1, but it has the attack mode of the Tornado 2. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it also has like a little, like, handholds, which is like, I feel like Tails should have put that in this design a little bit sooner, but oh well. I actually do prefer this to the plane sequences in Sonic Unleashed, just because they are a little bit more hands-on. They're still essentially auto-scrollers, but those are just entirely quick-time events, basically. So this is comparatively a little bit more interesting. We are not even close to the score. So yeah, we are not getting that second emblem. Oh well. Again, not overly concerned about getting all the emblems. It just would have been nice to actually show that off, because this is honestly kind of a difficult emblem to get. Anyway, we have to fight the egg carrier again. Another thing I was thinking about is how easy it is to dodge this laser. Like, just do this. I didn't do it quite fast enough, but the point still applies. They easily could have gone out of the way in that scene of them getting shot down, but oh well.
Coming in tight.
Tails, we gotta land on the egg carrier.
Oops. We got a problem here.
What now?
I forgot to put in the landing gear.
Whoa! Wow, this thing is really huge.
No time to gawk, Sonic. We gotta find Amy.
You're right, pal. Let's get busy.
So first of all, I didn't realize the point bonus for destroying the egg carrier laser was that huge, so we actually did get the emblem. I'm actually really happy about that because, again, the Sky Chase emblems are not easy to get, specifically the first one. Frankly, I think the first one is harder because there really aren't that many enemies around.
Don't get any ideas, Sonic. You have no idea what this vessel can do. How about I give you a little sample?
Whoa! Hey, it transformed! Did you see that?
Now how are we gonna get to the bridge?
I hate it when he doesn't listen to me.
I guess you weren't expecting that, were you? There's only one way to get to me, Sonic, and that's through the sky deck. I doubt if you can make it. Ha ha! I dare you!
Just watch me. Bring it on, Eggman.
So one thing I forgot to show off in Sonic's story is that there are these cannons, and you can actually use them to break these boxes. And one of them actually does have an emblem. The problem is, you actually can't open these with Tails. The cannons do not work. So if I want to show off the failed emblems at some point, I'll have to come back here with Sonic.
So, this must be the sky deck, huh?
I actually got it to work that time. I did a spin dash, I think, with Sonic, and landed at a point where that wouldn't happen. But I really like how a lot of times when you activate this cutscene, the character slowly sort of turns the other way because of like being on a slope. Just a really funny scene of them like looking at it and then just spinning. Anyway, it's time for the sky deck once again. So the last few stages have been kind of basic. Skydeck is when things start to get really fun again for Tails. This is a very sort of open area that you can fly through, and you can skip a lot. So this is definitely when the pace starts to pick up again for Tails' route. Camera did something there. I've actually never seen it do that before, so that was fun. So yeah, you can just kind of fly through with reckless abandon and skip a lot of the intended routing that Sonic would have to go through. Sonic is having a hard time, it looks like, based on the progress bar. Yeah, we can skip quite a bit of this by just flying over everything. Like, the goal's over there, you have to go around the Sonic, but Tails can fly straight there.
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah! Is that it?
Sonic, we should check out the bridge.
Like with Sonic, all we have to do is hop on that moving platform to go up to the bridge.
Sonic! Tails!
Ha! You're a bit late.
Not the birdie! That's a Chaos Emerald! No way!
Be gone, all of you. This is all I really need. Gamma?
What is your wish, Master?
Get rid of these pests. Give them all you got.
Aye, aye, Master Robotnik.
I'll leave it up to you, Gamma.
This is one of two areas where the Rhythm Badge is very helpful, for obvious reasons.
Please stop, Tails! Move aside, Amy! Get out of the way! No! This robot is my friend! He helped me! Don't hurt him! Okay, if you say so, you have your reasons, I guess. Hey, this ship is losing altitude!
Hurry, Tails! Take Amy and get out of here!
Well, what about you?
I'll find Eggman and put a stop to his evil ways.
That's Eggman! I wonder what happened to Sonic.
I'm finished. Chaos was defeated, and now my egg carrier is ruined. No matter. I will destroy Station Square anyway.
If that missile is launched...
Ready? Fire! Ah! No, it was a dud. I can't believe this. Ah, I'll go and deal with this myself.
Oh no! I'd better get to that missile before he detonates it! I see it! I've gotta get it before Eggman! The fate of Station Square depends on me! Sonic! I've changed a lot since I've started hanging with Sonic. But I can't depend on him forever. I know I can do this by myself. Okay, Eggman, bring it on!
There is actually a lot I could say about this, but I don't think I'll have enough time, because this level is fairly short. Speed Highway, honestly, with Tails, is probably, in my opinion, more fun than Speed Highway with Sonic, just because it's a really good showcase of Tails' flight abilities. You can really cover some ground quickly with Tails, and it's honestly really fun to go really fast, especially on like the A rank mission where Eggman's a lot faster. Yeah, Tails' story is really interesting, and I'll actually probably save a lot of my thoughts for the credits, because again, this probably won't take too long. But yeah, this is kind of a shame in a way that Tails' final level is one of his best. But at least it is a good final stage for Tails. Very fast-paced, lots of nice shortcuts that are exclusive to Tails. That Sonic can't take because obviously Sonic can't fly, and yeah, just a really well-designed, fun final race. Racing against Eggman, who's trying to destroy Station Square with a missile, also is pretty cool in terms of like a set piece, which is a lot higher stakes than just trying to prove yourself to Sonic, basically, which is what the previous missions kind of amount to. By the way, if you actually die, in addition to losing a life, the AI gets a boost, so they're a little bit farther along. So it is a good idea to not lose too many lives, especially on the A-rank missions, just so you can maintain your lead a little bit more easily.
Yeah! That wasn't too bad.
Oh no! It's Robotnik!
So you beat me to the missile, you little pest. I will make you all pay for this.
Let's get out of here!
You fool. Away. before I make mincemeat out of you.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I can do this.
So the Egg Walker fight is honestly kind of interesting to me because it actually takes place near the casino area, which is kind of an unusual place to have a boss fight. And it's also a pretty interesting boss fight. It's actually really easy. It's the second major place where I feel like the Rhythm Badge is helpful. Basically, we have to attack the leg that stomps the ground, and he'll actually stomp more times, so using the Rhythm Badge to clock multiple hits on each leg is actually fairly efficient. Again, it's not a terribly difficult fight. I actually do prefer it to the Egg Viper just because it kind of gets a move on a lot more easily, a lot more quickly than Sonic's fight, which just drags on till the end of time sometimes if the AI decides to just... not actually, I don't think it's actually AI dependent. I think it's just a slow fight in that case. But that's one you can definitely get through really fast, which is nice. Alright, one more cycle, and we should be good to go. So yeah, 3 legs this time, and one more hit.
Hey, I did it!
You saved the day! You're the best!
I did it all by myself!
When I'm alone in my chair, I just go about wishing I wanna be strong. I really wanna be trusted. When I'm alone in my bed, I just go about yearning. I wanna be cool. I also wanna be like him, but that's not something I can do so easily. This is not simply my way, my style. Gotta get a hold of my life.
Another really good example of the song cutting off in a really bad time that they could have just made the cutscene slightly longer. But yeah, I like Tails' story a lot. Tails is one of my favorite classic Sonic characters. It helps that I grew up with Sonic 2, to be honest, through the Mega Collection before even playing the 3D games, which, to be fair, was like a week. Because I got the Mega Collection and then immediately turned around and got Adventure 2. So yeah, the actual span of time is really close, but either way, Tails has always been one of my favorite characters. I really like his story arc in this game, and Adventure 2, which continues it. And then the storyline kind of gets shelved from then on, and actively undone in more recent modern Sonic games. I hope if Tails is in Frontiers, which he probably will be, now he'll actually have a really good role, because it does feel like Tails has definitely been reduced in significance in recent Sonic games, and that kind of sucks as a fan of this character in particular. A few things to note that I actually picked up on in this playthrough. I actually noticed that they changed something from the original GameCube version. In the FMV scene of the egg carrier blowing up, they actually would have an in-game model of Tails and Amy flying away. That is not in this version, I guess, which is kind of weird. the weird part with that is they weren't pre-rendered, so they're basically the in-game models against an FMV, so it always looked really cheesy anyway, but frankly the cheesiness of this game is part of its appeal, if you ask me. And yeah, this game kind of, I feel like, has a good balance of like serious stakes for a Sonic game, but also this borderline campiness at times, like the characters lip syncing to their respective theme songs. That's endearing. And I kind of missed the attempt at balancing both. Because nowadays it's just like a lot of quips from Sonic and Tails and Eggman, and relatively darker themes on top of it, but with like really campy moments with like Orbot and Cubot, in a way that doesn't quite balance the tones properly. And as, yeah, cheesy as this game and Adventure 2 could be, I actually do like the attempt at having, serious stakes for the story, but also having some more lighthearted moments along the way, as occasionally unsuccessful as these moments are in these games. Yeah, it's one of those things where I feel like hindsight has helped my opinion of this game a lot. When I first played it, I just got mad at how glitchy it was, and now I'm at a point where I'm like, the glitchiness and kind of quirkiness of it is kind of part of its charm in a way, and also I feel like relative to the current sort of drier story era of Sonic games, it's a lot easier to look back at these games and see how much like charm was put into them compared to something like Lost World or Forces. Also, I realized that the missile was probably being fired by the egg carrier. I never realized that before. Anyway, that's the end of Tails' story.
Select your character.
So now that we've gone through Tails' story, we definitely still have time to go through Knuckles' story, but I think I'll take a short break before we launch into that, so I'll be back very shortly. Alright, so we're back and ready to start Knuckles' story.
Okay, let's go! As far back as I can remember, I've been living here on this dark island, always guarding the Master Emerald from anything that could harm it. I don't know why I was given this job, why it was my fate. Destined to be here forever. What the? What's going on here? Oh no! Something's happened to the Master Emerald! Huh? Who are you? Did you do this? Oh, I'll get you for this! Oh! Ah! Hey! No fair! Wait! What's happening to you? Come back here! Whoa, that was incredible. I've never seen anything like it. Oh no, it's starting to happen. Without the Master Emerald's power, this whole island will fall into the ocean. It's up to me to find the missing pieces of the Master Emerald. It won't be easy. Pieces flew off everywhere. Guess I better start looking anywhere I can.
With him, like, narrating and everything, I feel like Knuckles' story is a lot more serious than Sonic and Tails' so it also has a very unique, like, theming and, like, vibe to it compared to the other two. But still definitely fits in with the overall tone of Sonic Adventure, even though it is a little bit different. So at this point, the fight with Chaos Zero has happened, so this part of Station Square is blocked off, except Knuckles is very strong and can break right through. So Knuckles' Speed Highway is only set in the morning part of the stage, and wow, we have very good luck immediately. We already have a Chaos Emerald piece. Unlike Sonic Adventure 2, the radar will show every Chaos Emerald piece at one time, so you don't have as much guesswork of like, am I actually missing an Emerald piece all along, and then I'll double back when the radar tells me to, and then find it right away. So yeah, in general, this game is a lot nicer in that regard, even though I do still like Sonic Adventure 2 a lot. I have to admit that the Emerald hunting is considerably easier in this game. Also, I do feel like the physics are actually a lot looser in this game, which has some benefits in terms of like overall exploration. And this should be the last one.
Found it! Huh, good enough.
So out of all the characters, the Knuckles stages I think have the least consistency to them. They can either go really well, or they can go really poorly. That was a case of it actually going really well. If you are trying to go for the A ranks where you have set times, each emerald is a checkpoint, so you can actually restart in order to reset the clock slightly. Which is definitely something good to keep in mind, because later on, also the emerald pieces don't reset when you reload a checkpoint. So you can very easily learn where all the pieces are, and then restart, and then just collect them really quickly. So that's how I would recommend getting the A ranks as Knuckles. I think the B rank is doing it without any hints, which also isn't too bad. Alright, we are back in Castinoopolis for the final time, and yet again, I think we actually have pretty good luck. I actually feel like there's usually one in the Sonic statue. Like, this is one of the most consistent places for it to end up, which makes things a lot easier in all fairness. Other than that, it's kind of all over the place. Again, good luck for this one. Yeah, Sonic has already been here, hence why the Sonic statue is built and why there are plenty of medallions in the vault room. And the final one I think is probably inside one of the ships. You can actually drop down to a lower level, so I have a feeling, or it could be in this enemy.
Good enough. Where in the world am I? I don't remember being here before, but something about it is familiar. This is very strange.
Compared to the other characters, Knuckles has a lot more flashbacks, which makes sense because he is an Echidna, so it does make sense. So this is the first of several, while all the other characters just have one major vision. For this one, we have to go over here, I think.
Father, please don't!
Tikal, the 7 emeralds are essential to our survival. It is for the good of all our people.
How can I make you understand? Attacking other countries, stealing and killing can't be the right path to peace. No one has the right to take their holy grounds. I beg you, Father.
Huh? Now where am I? Back in Station Square, I see. What's going on here anyway?
So we have yet another cameo by Cream the Rabbit, and we now know that this is after Sonic and Tails' Castinoopolis stages. Next up we have to go to the hotel.
Hey, it's Dr. Eggman. What's he got there? It's gotta be a part of the Master Emerald. Hold on! Come back here!
With how slow characters walk in cutscenes, it's amazing that no one is able to catch up to these characters.
Eggman, give me back the Master Emerald.
Knuckles! Oh, this isn't what you're after!
You're right.
That's okay, though. I can use you as a guinea pig to test it. Chaos! Chaos!
Chaos? It's that creature again. The same one I saw on my island. He was there when the Master Emerald shattered. I'm sure of it. He saved me the trouble of looking for him. Now I'll get him good.
Way to go, Chaos!
Ha! Changing shape won't scare me. Fine, give it your best shot.
So Chaos 2 is actually a very unique fight because we actually don't really see this form with any other character than Knuckles, for one thing. It's also a really weird fight because you can just kind of glide into Chaos and deal damage really easily. Sometimes you'll actually try to guard, but I would recommend just continuing to glide because this is definitely working really well.
Is that all you got?
So what if you won this time? You have yet to see the true powers of Chaos.
Yeah, that still doesn't faze me. You hear?
I know something that might. It's about Sonic.
What? What about Sonic?
He's after the pieces of the Master Emerald too!
What do you mean?
You're not the only one on a wild goose chase, idiot! Why should I ruin your surprise?
I wonder what he meant by that. I'd better find Sonic. I wonder why Sonic is after the Master Emerald. I'd better work fast and get to the bottom of this.
This is actually kind of a unique scenario where you actually get transported automatically from Station Square to the Mystic Ruins. Also, we don't see this scene of this wall breaking for some reason in Knuckles' route. So next up is Red Mountain once again. So, we need to actually go over here, actually near where the Mystic Ruins Chao Garden is, to get a collectible. Not a collectible, a power-up. The minecart is the path to the Chao Garden, by the way, but we're actually locked in here until we get an upgrade.
You've got the shovel claw. Now you can dig through dirt and stone. Press the jump and action buttons simultaneously.
I don't like digging in this game. They made it a lot easier in Adventure 2 by just basically jumping and pressing B, which is a lot easier than pressing X and Y, or X and A simultaneously. This is the Monkey Destruction switch. If we set it down, it activates and destroys any monkey robots. Why Eggman would design a switch that would basically detonate his own robots, I don't know. But since we don't get access to the Ancient Light, this is how we end up getting through to Red Mountain. So we need to take it all the way over to the Mystic Ruins, or the Angel Island Master Emerald Shrine entrance over here. And then we have to set it down, or we can just toss it like this. That's supposed to work. It actually did work. Okay, that was weird. But now we can go to Red Mountain. So, despite this being the third Knuckles stage, I actually personally think this is one of his tougher stages. It's the most open. It's a very wide open area. It also has a lot of verticality to it. So out of all the levels, this is definitely one where you want to use the restart trick to save yourself a lot of headache. By basically loading the locations and then just reloading a checkpoint and getting the emerald, the emerald piece really quickly. This is basically like the SA1 equivalent of like Meteor Herd, where it's just so vertical that it's actually hard to kind of pin down where anything is. But again, it is way easier because of how the radar works in this game compared to Sonic Adventure 2. So that's one thing to be grateful for in terms of like how this game is designed versus how SA2 is designed. I got a blip, and now I'm not getting anything, so I guess it's higher up. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused about where this one could be. It looks like it's actually on the top of the spire. I'm also pretty sure since you just get the shovel claws, one piece will always be buried, so I assume this would be it.
Found it. Huh, good enough.
Also, before we head over to the fight with Sonic, there is actually an emblem over here. It's actually really annoying to get because it's like really low. It's like right near a death plane, basically. You basically have to glide and hope you can get it, and then you will probably lose a life in the process. That's totally normal. There it is. Because this one is not easy to get and also make it back to solid ground, I find, at least. Let's try it. Also, the low, distance for pop-in does not make this any easier. Actually, that is a lot more generous than I remember it being, if I'm being honest. So yeah, that should be the last field emblem in the majority of the Mystic Ruins, but there's still quite a few in the jungle part that are easiest to get with either Knuckles or Tails. We'll probably get those a little bit later. For now, I guess we should go say hi to Sonic and Tails, who are right over there where the fight normally would take place.
There's Sonic. Eggman was right. What's that in his hand? It looks like a piece of the Master Emerald. He has no right to have that.
Hey, Knuckles! Whoa! What do you think you're doing?
All right. Put him up. Hand over the emerald now.
That's not gonna happen, buddy!
So, we're now on the opposite side of this fight. Luckily it's not too difficult. Sonic will try to, spin dash if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we just have to deal 3 hits as always. I think now he'll try the homing attack, so we have to be a little careful.
Oh no! Oh jeez! Oh no, the Chaos Emerald!
Eggman, what's he doing here?
Uh-oh.
That's all there is to it. You guys are too easy.
That's a Chaos Emerald.
First come, first served, they say. And you served me too well for your own good.
You can't get away with this! Knuckles, did you let him trick you again?
Like you weren't.
Smooth move, Knucklehead.
I've got 4 emeralds now. Here, Chaos. Come here, my hungry pet.
Now look what he is.
No problem. I'll make him eat dirt.
So the good news is this is the last time we'll be seeing this fight. The bad news is this is a little bit closer to Sonic's version, where Chaos has 5 hits instead of 4. So yeah, we'll be here for a bit. One interesting thing to point out though is that there are actually several Chaos forms that are never seen in the game. Chaos 1 is seen in the first scene where Chaos gets the emerald from Eggman that he takes from Sonic and Tails outside of the workshop. Yeah, we don't ever fight that form, and then Chaos 3 and 5 are never seen because of Chaos getting multiple emeralds at one time. So yeah, that creates a very unique situation where it's like, yeah, there are just double forms that you never see. I wonder if they even designed like Chaos 3 and 5, or if they just always intended, like, I don't think I've ever looked that up, but like if there's like concept art of the other forms that aren't fought. It'd be interesting to know actually, so I might look into that later. Honestly, this fight's actually going pretty smoothly. Chaos isn't doing a lot of extraneous moves that just drag out the fight. So yeah, this is honestly a pretty smooth fight, all things considered. I feel like the Tails fight took longer, just because Chaos really stalled towards the end. But then again, there's still time for that to happen. Yep, definitely still time for that to happen. Knuckles traditionally can swim, so it's also kind of weird that Knuckles can technically drown here. At least he can in Adventure 2. I don't know if he really could swim in the classics now that I think about it.
Is that all you got?
Behold my flying fortress, my creation, the Egg Carrier. Beware, Chaos's true power is yet to be unleashed. We shall meet again!
Hurry, Sonic! What are we waiting for? My workshop's closed, so let's get the tornado and go after him.
Good idea!
Hey, Sonic. You go on ahead without me. I have some things I need to take care of.
No problem, Knuckles. We'll take care of everything here. Let's move!
It's really interesting how Sonic and Tails have the same scene for that, but Knuckles has a unique scene that actually creates a bit of a plot hole, actually, if you go over here to the workshop and talk to Sonic and Tails. They reference something from the other perspective of the scene, and not from this actual scene, which is really weird, and one of the problems of having multiple line reads for each scene.
Hey, Knuckles! Whatever happened to your unfinished business?
Knuckles only talks about unfinished business in the other playthroughs, which is just kind of weird how they left it out in the one version where you can talk to Sonic and hear that line. So yeah, that's one little inconsistency there. Anyway, we have to go back to the jungle. And we have a kind of slow part of the game. We have to take 2 statues to the Lost World ruins in order to open up an entrance. I actually kind of like something really silly about this. With the Speed Highway entrance, Knuckles actually enters it from the exit that Sonic takes. So like when you end Speed Highway with Sonic, you actually exit out of that door that Knuckles enters from. So it's basically like you're going into the back part of the stage at the beginning with Knuckles, which is kind of funny. And the same actually kind of applies to this next stage. Anyway, we have another upgrade.
Now you've got fighting gloves. To store up power, hold down the action button. Now you can do the maximum heat Knuckles attack.
This is probably one of the most useless abilities in the game. It basically is the light attack, but for Knuckles. And is equally as useful as the actual light attack, which means not very useful. We'll see one use for it later on, and that's literally it. I feel like a lot of the abilities in this game are just kind of useless. You get these cool upgrades, and then they don't help you at all. So yeah, here's the first of the stone statues we need to take over to the ruins. Along the way, I would like to try to find an emblem. But to tell the truth, I don't quite know where this is. Frankly, the ruins aren't even that big, thankfully, or the jungle isn't that big, so it probably won't take too long to find. And since we kind of have to navigate the jungle anyway to get the, oh, there it is. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. Let's actually look, because I can never remember, and if I make a mental note, that'll make it easier if I play this again. So it's on the way to Big's house. I actually don't think there's another emblem on the way, so I think we're good to go. Yeah, I think it's just the 2 in the jungle portion. So yeah, if we follow the river downstream, we should be able to get to the ruins pretty easily. This definitely messes with the physics a little bit, like the momentum. It definitely feels like I'm not able to gain a whole lot of speed, which is kind of why I'm jumping a lot. But we made it. So yeah, like I was talking about a little bit earlier, we don't actually go through the front entrance. We actually need to go through this other entrance here. There's one more key we need. This is definitely kind of ingrained in my mind, just because of how much I struggled with this as a kid. So yeah, you go this way and then duck into this little entrance, and then dig here, and that's all we have to do, I think, if I'm remembering right. There it is. And now that we have these, we can open up the other entrance to Lost World, and hopefully find the next set of emerald pieces without too much difficulty. We're actually almost to the end of Knuckles' storyline. It's really not that long. It's about the same length as Tails' storyline, which is part of the reason why I felt like I could get through both in one stream, but I actually kind of underestimated how long Tails' story was. So yeah, we'll probably take care of the other stories later. So, Lost World is kind of like, a weird break from the difficulty, because Red Mountain is so open-ended that I feel like it's very easy to mess up a lot of the later ranks, like the A rank, of trying to actually finish in a time limit. This one is actually like really easy. Like, it's basically one really tall room, which means it's very easy to spot everything, like shockingly easy to get everything in a relatively short amount of time. Like the A rank is surprisingly simple, though I think the time is actually kind of strict. It's like a minute or so. But again, like even without using like resets, I already have 2 of the emerald pieces, and we're not at the time. So yeah, that just kind of shows how easy this is by comparison to Red Mountain, which is comparatively a lot more involved. I say this as I'm actually struggling to even get a blip on the last one, which means it might be over here. This is the only other like side area in Lost World for Knuckles. So yeah, it has a very different like sense of scale compared to Red Mountain. Again, as I say this, I realize that I'm having like an unusually bad run of this stage because I'm not getting any hints at all of where this could be. So yeah, no clue where this is. Maybe up there. Yep, up here, looks like. But where here? Is it buried?
Found it. Good enough. Where am I? This is very strange.
So we have another vision here. There was actually one really tricky one where they actually put you in the wrong area. I think that's with Amy, so we won't be having that problem this time. I think all we have to do here is go forward to the shrine. I think I see, yeah, a character over there already.
I beg of you, hear me now. My father is coming here soon, and I fear what may happen. You must take everyone away from here. Oh, please. So, are you saying you can't leave this place? I understand. Let me talk to my father again. There must be a better way to do this. Don't worry, my friends. I won't let you down. I must do something quickly.
What? I'm back in front of the altar. This is beginning to blow my mind. Wait a minute, I remember. The broken pieces of the Master Emerald. I have to restore them to where they belong. It's still incomplete. I need to find the remaining pieces, wherever they are. Hey. Look. It's Eggman's flying fortress. That's where the rest of the pieces must be. But I don't know where that ship is. Hey, isn't that one of Eggman's robots? I know. I'll follow it back to Eggman's base. Here I come, Eggman.
So, two things I was thinking about. This is actually the most complete you can actually see the Master Emerald in game, and it actually makes a lot of sense because if the Master Emerald was ever fully complete, then Angel Island would take off to the sky again, so you wouldn't actually be able to access like Ice Cap or Red Mountain. Also, they'd have to design a version of the Mystic Ruins without Angel Island, which would just probably be a lot to have to program for. Not a whole lot of like, not a whole lot of reason to. And again, it would just be weird not having access to an area. But also, we'll see this later, but Gamma has literally no reason to be here. Like, I genuinely don't know why Gamma is actually here in Knuckles' storyline, because there was actively no reason for that to happen.
Trains are currently in service.
I have a theory, and if I remember next stream, I will like to talk. I will try to talk about this. But yeah, logically, it's a bit of a reach, though. Alright, so, we now have Eggman's base in Knuckles' story, even though it wasn't in Sonic's story, or Tails' story at this point. Again, kind of creating a plot hole, but we just need to glide over to the entrance.
Just what I thought. Time to make a house call. Now we'll see who's so easily tricked. I can sense that the emeralds are here somewhere. What's going on? Ah, this thing's always changing.
So that means that Sonic and Tails just arrived. Also, another thing I realized is I was trying to avoid saying Tikal's name, and I realized Tikal said her name in Tails' flashback, so I didn't need to avoid saying it for spoiler reasons. Oops. Also, another thing is, I'm pretty sure in this particular ship configuration you can't access it, but in one of them, I'm pretty sure there are items back there. I may be misremembering, but I want to say that's the case. Also, Knuckles has a unique scenario where he actually accesses the ship from the other side first, so we actually need to find a different way to get to Skydeck, and that is, if I'm not mistaken, through here. So, we have this pool, and also there is an emblem in the pool area, but we'll...
I sense the Master Emerald. It can't be far from here.
Another case where I forgot that there was a cutscene here, but as I was saying, we'll get the Egg Carrier emblems with Sonic and Tails some other time. In any case, this is Knuckles' entrance to the Sky Deck. One nice thing is there are actually rings outside of it, so we can actually go to the stage with 10 rings. So, I've actually seen some fun headcanons for this stage. So with Knuckles, we can actually go over to this lever and push it, and we actually need to do this to move parts of the ship around in order to access the emerald pieces. For example, this one, we actually need to have the ship pointing in such a way that the various debris in each hatch will slide out. People actually have a headcanon that the reason why the ship is tilting in Sonic's run is because Knuckles is messing up everything in his search for the emerald pieces. And like that, in my opinion, is actually a pretty fun headcanon. This is good emerald luck already. If this was an A rank attempt, this would be like really solid, considering both the first two pieces use the same ship configuration. If you end up in a situation where you have to move the ship around multiple times, it can definitely be kind of annoying when trying to go for the A rank. I want to say the time's like 1:30 or something. It's not super long, so you might have to like reset again. Where the heck is this actually? Because I keep getting a blip, but I'm having a hard time pinpointing where it actually is going to. It might be up there actually. Sometimes it can go up there, so that would explain why I'm getting very inconsistent like pings on where this is. Yeah, I'm really starting to think it's actually up there, because I did see one green flash really quickly. Yep. That is my assumption, so let's try to climb up this, and then glide over. I phased through that somehow. Cool. Yep, there it is. I see it. Well, it started well, and again, if I was going for the A rank, I could just reset and easily fly up here, in order to save time.
Found it. Huh, good enough. The last missing piece. All right. Now, to restore the Master Emerald. Huh? Oh no, not again. What is the meaning of this?
First of all, hi, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm not shocked. I actually feel like Twitch notifications tend to not work sometimes, so I apologize for that. And I feel like it's also partly just because I hadn't streamed for such a long time that it is less likely to push out notifications for my streams in particular, which is part of the reason why I want to start streaming more consistently.
Why?
But hello, welcome to the stream. We're currently going through Knuckles' story. We're actually almost to the end. You have to head over to the shrine and see what's happening over here.
Hey, what happened here?
I couldn't stop them. They came, and my father... I had no idea how bad this would turn out. I'm shocked.
Look! It's the emerald! Wait! Is this a dream? It's more like a nightmare.
Alright, so, now we have to head over to, where Chaos was in Sonic's story.
I finally found all of the missing emerald pieces, but I still still can't figure out that creepy monster. Huh? What's that?
I've always wondered what the process of the actor recording that particular sound clip for Knuckles was like, because it's a very specific sound, and I'm wondering how exactly the voice direction worked out for that. Anyway, if we look over here, we can actually see Eggman, and I assume Sonic. Yeah, I see Sonic, so let's say hi.
Ah, not again! I hate you!
Hey, Sonic!
There you are, Knuckles. About time.
I will return!
Eggman, come back!
I'd better let Sonic handle it from here. He'll do okay. Now, I must return to Angel Island and the Master Emerald. No, it can't be! I guess he didn't get enough the first time. You can't stop me from restoring the Master Emerald.
I like how Knuckles says something about he didn't get enough the first time when he's actually fought Chaos like multiple times. Anyway, this is the exactly one case where the maximum heat Knuckles attack actually works well. Because like with Sonic's light attack, it does double damage for some reason, making this fight an absolute joke. So yeah, let's finish up this fight and Knuckles' story.
Is that all you got? Yeah, you're finished. What's left now is to return the Master Emerald safely to my island. This should do it. Perfect. All is well now. The Master Emerald and the island have been restored. I'll probably be on this floating island forever. Guarding the Master Emerald again. I may not know the whole story behind this, but perhaps it's better that way. I'm at peace once more.
So, I never thought about this before, but there's like a shining light that goes by in that scene, and I don't know what that's supposed to mean, actually. Also, I completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, we got through 2 character stories today, it's not bad. I definitely underestimated how long Tales of the Story was, though. I thought we could get through Amy's story as well. That is definitely not happening, because I've been streaming for 2 hours. Yeah, I thought Tales of the Story would be like half an hour long, and it actually took an hour. I think it was actually about the same. I think it was slightly longer actually than Knuckles' story. We actually got really good Emerald luck with Knuckles this time. I feel like Knuckles' story has the most importance to the overall story because you have all the Tikal flashbacks. You also have Chaos's origin. This is chronologically the first story because of Chaos breaking free of the Emerald. But it also still has like weird side story energy to it because Knuckles is kind of doing his own thing while Sonic and Tails are trying to stop Eggman and everything. So like Knuckles is more concerned with like the Chaos side of the story while Sonic and Tails are more focused on Eggman. And then we get to what will probably be next week's stream sometime. And that's just going to be a weird mess of stories of varying levels of importance, to be honest. It's just going to be a mess, because it's like Amy, Big, and Gamma. I don't know if we'll get through all 3, because honestly, I'm trying to gauge how long Amy's story is, mainly. Big's story is just complete guessing game of how long it'll be, if the frog wants to cooperate or not. It could be really short, or it could take a very long time. Also, since I've been getting all the upgrades, Big has one that might take me a while to get, but we'll have to wait and see on that. So yeah, that was Knuckles' story. We'll let the credits play out, and then yeah, I'm probably gonna end the stream just because, again, it's been like 2 hours. Next stream will probably be Sunday, next Sunday, around 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as that is what I'm hoping to make my regular streaming day, and then maybe have like other days, so don't be shocked if I go live sometime in the middle of the week, maybe to like get through more of the story so we can finish Supersonic and all of the ending stuff on next Sunday, so I might do a bonus or an additional Sonic Adventure stream in order to get through it a little bit faster. It should take 2 more streams, easily. Like, yeah, just one more for probably Big and Amy's stories, and then one for Gamma and the final story. Other than that, it should be pretty easy to get through. And I might go after the Field Emblems if we have time, like after Big's story, or after Amy's story. Because I don't think that would take up an entire stream, but it also would, Gamma's story would also be too long. So yeah, I might go back for the Field Emblems. Yeah, I will try to remember to post in Discord also, because yeah, Twitch can be a little bit glitchy with notifications. And again, I feel like I have heard specifically in my situation, for people who don't stream regularly, notifications are even more like glitchy than normal, so I'll try to remember for the future. Thank you for stopping by though. Almost to the end of the credits. I feel like there were specific scenes where you can really tell the lighting was messed up in the HD version, and also DX. Both kind of have weird lighting at times.
I don't need a boss, I get it on by myself. Adversaries get shelved.
Select your character.
Alright, so yeah, we got through half the game, basically, between the last stream and this one. Yeah, we got through Sonic's last stream, Tails and Knuckles this stream, and yeah, I would love to get through these characters next stream. I don't think it's happening. I estimate that Amy's story will take like 45 minutes to an hour, Biggs could take 45 minutes to an hour, and then yeah, we might just get the Egg Carrier Field Emblems and save Gamma's story, because that'll be like an hour. And then there's the final story, which should be maybe 45 minutes, maybe half an hour. Yeah, I think the final story would be about half an hour. So yeah, I think that's kind of how the general breakdown of time is going to be. So yeah, don't be surprised if I go live probably Thursday, if I had to guess, to try to get through, yeah, Amy and Big's stories, and then set up for Gamma's story and the final story a week from today. Yeah, around the same time. I would like to stream around 4 p.m. Pacific, mostly because that gives me some flexibility. So like if I want to do a longer stream, like of 3 hours, I have enough time. But traditionally I think streams will be about 2 hours. If you miss a stream and want to catch an earlier part of it, I am planning to upload these on YouTube around Saturday, around 9 a.m. Pacific, partly to leave my normal uploading time of noon open in case there's a day where I want to do like a different upload. So yeah, you can find everything on my YouTube if you want to watch archived versions of most streams. I'm not going to archive everything because some things I'm probably eventually going to take and then edit down into like an actual Let's Play YouTube series. But for games like this that I've already covered on YouTube, I'm just gonna upload the full stream basically. So yeah, that is the basic rundown of what's happening. Thank you for watching, either live or on the YouTube upload. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to continue this sometime this week. Actually, no, Sunday might not happen next week. I might be busy next Sunday. So yeah, I'll probably try to stream on Thursday and try to continue this. And then sometime the following week we'll finish it up, because again, I don't think I'll be streaming next Sunday. Because yeah, I have things going on. Yeah, that's basically the rundown of what's happening. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, either live or in post, you can follow the stream to be notified if Twitch works. You can be notified of when I go live. I will also try to remember to post it like on Twitter and YouTube and various places when I go live in the future. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a good rest of your night and a good week.